What is up? Welcome into yet another edition of the Ben Garcia Show. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day, however you are watching, however you are following the show, whether it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts for free, on the iHeartRadio app. We appreciate it. However you make us a part of your day. Some quick late breaking news in the sports world. Not necessarily breaking at this point, but we haven't had enough time to talk about it, so here we are. Let's get right into it. JJ Redick is the new head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. At this point, outside of Monty Williams, I'm not sure where you're supposed to go if you are indeed the Los Angeles Lakers. Where do you go? Here, there has been so many miscues for the Los Angeles Lakers. So instead of really diving deep, and I will at some point in terms of the JJ Redick hire, I want to talk a little bit more about the dysfunction of the Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers, if they don't get LeBron James and land him in whatever year it was, I believe it was 2019 was the first year LeBron was on the Lakers. If the Lakers don't land LeBron James, they are seen as a debacle, as a dysfunctional, as a unserious franchise. That's what they've been. That is what the Los Angeles Lakers have been. And even with LeBron James, they haven't been that special either. So at this point, for the Los Angeles Lakers, you're kind of just hiring JJ Redick, and it's kind of a little bit of a Hail Mary. Sure, he's shown some promise on broadcast booths or on podcasts, and he's shown his knowledge of what he can do for the Los Angeles Lakers. None of that, I think, is unfair. But you're the Los Angeles Lakers, and you're hiring someone who's never coached a day in the NBA. Not even as an assistant. Not even as a consultant. This is a crazy hire for the Los Angeles Lakers. I get why they did it, because they're just swinging for the fences. But to not even interview Monty Williams, who's been to the NBA Finals, to not even go a little bit further with the James Borrego stuff, to go right to JJ Redick just seems like a little much. There's more to being a head coach than just straight X's and O's like JJ Redick loves to flex. He's good at that, sure. But there's a report that the Los Angeles Lakers think they're getting the next Eric Spoelstra or Pat Riley. That's ridiculous. That's just saying things to get your fan base happy. That's trying to win a headline. The Los Angeles Lakers are a very dysfunctional franchise, and they're not anywhere close right now to winning a championship. Let's just list the things. They have a really poor owner, Jeannie Buss, who has not been very good ever since she's taken over ownership. So they have a poor owner in Jeannie Buss who has not been very good since she's been really the sole runner of the Los Angeles Lakers. Rob Pelinka, who is Kobe Bryant's agent, and that's about the extent of Rob Pelinka, who at times no one really understands what he's doing. They have an aging LeBron James who's running this team. Don't believe the reports. LeBron James, the reason JJ Redick got hired. And now they're so condemned or being hamstrung by LeBron James is they're going to have to pick his son in the NBA draft. There's a potential where the Los Angeles Lakers might have to give up one of their best picks to go get Bronny James to keep LeBron James happy. This team isn't close to winning a title, and they're highly dysfunctional. Whether it's their poor owner and Jeannie Buss who can't run this team, whether it's Rob Pelinka who's only there because he was Kobe Bryant's agent, whether it's your belief in having to put everything into an aging, brittle star in Anthony Davis and one of the greatest players of all time in LeBron James who's starting to become increasingly brittle, and we're not so sure when he's going to fall off a cliff. But there's not a lot of playoff success for this Laker team. And the Darvin Ham situation was handled horrendously. How do you not fire Darvin Ham and immediately have a plan in place? The NBA draft is very close, and no one talks about it. And the Los Angeles Lakers barely got their head coach last Thursday. That's how dysfunctional the Los Angeles Lakers are. They've got like 6 or 7 days with JJ Redick before they have to make some selections. They're hamstrung by LeBron James running the franchise, regardless of what any report tells you. He's running this franchise. They're getting in, having to hire his guy in JJ Redick, possibly having to pick his son in Bronny James. They're putting all their stock into a 40-year-old LeBron James and a brittle Anthony Davis. This team isn't close to winning a title. And sure, they've got some options to try to make things better. But if LeBron James doesn't pick the Los Angeles Lakers back in 2018, 2019, this is seen as a dysfunctional franchise. They've got problems in ownership. They've got problems with their general manager. They've got problems with now having to cater to LeBron James in everything that he does. This team doesn't have a lot of playoff success. Has won bubble championship since the last title that Kobe won back in, I believe, 2011. This is a dysfunctional franchise, and they've got to get it together. As myself, I'm a Suns fan. I work in Phoenix. I work at Fox Sports in Phoenix. I cover Arizona sports here. I'm an all Arizona sports guy. But I can be unbiased. That's never been a problem for me. I do enjoy seeing the Lakers struggle. But I do understand that it's bad for the league when the Lakers struggle. And the Lakers have so many issues outside of head coach. Their depth is not very good. They've got 3 really good players in LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Anthony Davis. Some supporting roles here, some supporting roles there. But this team isn't close to winning a championship. And asking a rookie head coach, and not just a rookie head coach, asking a guy who's never coached before in the NBA to help you in that championship chase that you are so desperately after in the Los Angeles Lakers, having a buffoon of an owner who has not been able to run this organization correctly ever since she took over in Jeannie Buss, and being one of the poorest owners, lowballing guys like Alex Caruso, lowballing Dan Hurley, continuously pumping up their franchise by going after the big fish and Dan Hurley, but never actually closing the deal. The Lakers have so many issues, and it's not just at head coach. They have a bunch of other issues they need to fix. And JJ Redick, adding JJ Redick into the fold, doesn't make them any closer to a championship in my eyes. And it's a dysfunctional organization. Jeannie Buss has been just a bad owner over the past few years. Ever since she's taken over, she hasn't been great. Ever since landing LeBron and trading the farm for Anthony Davis, which you could say is a whatever-so trade, what has this team done? Not a lot of playoff success, bad trades consistently, having to put all their stock into a older, aging, and increasingly brittle LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And now having to cater to LeBron so much so that they're going to have to draft his son. This team is not close. And this Lakers organization is highly dysfunctional. And there's no chance this team wins a title next year. They're not in the top echelon of teams, not even just in the NBA, but in the Western Conference. So this JJ Redick thing doesn't change anything for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I cannot believe they went this long without a head coach. The Darvin Ham firing was a debacle. Not having someone ready to go is insanity. Lowballing Dan Hurley, lowballing Alex Caruso a couple of years ago, unwilling to spend money in Jeannie Buss, who doesn't want to pay the tax on that, having to cater to LeBron James, having to cater to brittle Anthony Davis and older, aging, and increasingly brittle LeBron James, having to draft potentially Bronny James. There's just clear issues with this team that JJ Redick can't fix, especially in just one season where they're trying to win a championship. This Lakers team has got a long way to go.